Yeah, me told you.
Yo.
What them say? Up to the buzz. Me don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the entertainment buzz. Further on in the buzz.
That is why they pirate our things. And them searching. Like what just on the clip them away.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes up. Like a flag. Hear me now? So about it. Dig it way.
Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yes, sir. We want to say a special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. I want to say welcome and good night to our listeners.
Definitely so. We want to say a special hail to all our friends who are doing a lovely follow or just keeping up in touch with us on our social media pages. So follow us on our pages. Instagram, IRIFM_JA. Twitter, IRI_FM. And Facebook at IRIFM. Boy, we got a night tonight. How you doing, girl?
As usual. And we really hope that we can open the phone lines tonight. You know, it has been a minute that we haven't gotten a chance to do that. So definitely looking forward to hearing from our listeners because it's been a while.
It's not been a minute. It's been an hour. We've been a while now. We got a lot of people coming in. Of course, some of the topics that we're talking about. New York Fashion Week. We can now add model to Usain Bolt's list of accolades. The sprint legend graced the runway of New York Fashion Week last evening as a was a participant in Puma's game-changing brand experience show dubbed, what do they call it? Future Grade? Yes, sir. This enhanced event showcased the brand's heritage while looking ahead to the future, fusing physical and digital and highlighting the Puma family through collaborations and special appearances. Top models is that Winnie Harlow, who is one of Jamaica's ancestry, headlined the event. Also strutting the runway was Olympian Elaine Thompson-Hera. And I thought she did
you can safely say that Jamaica was represented for sure.
Right.
You know, with Winnie Harlow, Usain Bolt, and of course, Elaine, like you just mentioned.
Yeah, Elaine.
And also in our hot topics, the 5-star General Bounty Killer, he revealed a new look via photos posted to his Instagram, which he captioned, quote, "Who this people? Episode 50, brand new original me, get familiar." He captioned another post, "Swagger change alert." Now, Bounty's new look has attracted comments from the likes of Statius, who wrote, "All right, my general, anything you do, my good with." ZJ Sparks wrote, "Love it." And one fan wrote, "Rodney Price has arrived. Today's price is not yesterday's price." And of course, the dancehall heavyweight revealed that he last trimmed in 1996 and has not seen a barber since 1998. Unlike you, who do this every, week? You do this on a weekly basis?
Sometimes twice, yes. And I tell
Twice
you
per week?
Sometimes, yeah. And another person who trims twice per week is Digital Chris.
Oh, wow.
And we use the same barber.
Well, big up to Rodney. I absolutely love the new look.
Yeah. Him look more refined. Him look rich. him look more calm. I think this look for Rodney is a good look. He has had that look the look before.
Yeah, for a very long time.
Man.
Yeah.
And I think even him went tired of it too. So him do a new look. And Rodney, rich, like it, youth. Deep, keep doing it. Me never know say have them the quality here. You see man here look like it all half coolie. Oh, Lord.
Sure.
Rodney. So sometimes you really have to make a change. You have to evolve.
Yeah, change is good.
Great. It's great.
Yeah. Some people, are not so open or welcoming to change.
Yeah.
But change is inevitable.
What he says, swag alert. I feel style like,
Swag alert.
Yeah, Rodney, the swag buck youth. Big up yourself every time. And it's so weird in this business of music. He changing his look may change a lot of things for him to otherwise.
No, absolutely.
I've seen that where, even our own co-worker, Liquid. Remember, Liquid had the braids for the longest
Had the braids
while.
just the same.
And then the man just cut off everything. And the man look extra young. I know him look, I think him get extra rich.
And people in general, people cut their hair for many different reasons, and sometimes, when you don't do changes for a lot or quite often, it's usually symbolic. Like you're starting anew, you're starting afresh, and kind of new energy and new vibe. Some of those things Bounty actually alluded to. A brand new him, 50, and that kind of thing. So looking forward to greater things, and sometimes just a haircut or something, some tweak to your physique can give you, all sorts of things. I mean, change of mindset, confidence, just an energy boost.
Look here.
So all in all, it's a good look.
It's so weird. How do you feel when you wash your car? How do you feel when you get a shower? How do you feel when you get a new haircut? It gives you a feeling of renew, refreshing, and you feel good. I think what's going to happen for Rodney right now, everything are going to explode for him now. He's been always doing great. We know Rodney has been doing great. But me just feel says something else big. Me feel say me go see him at Miami soon.
Look, you never can tell.
Never see him at Florida soon.
It's been a minute.
Rich!
And I'm sure his team, that is something that they're actively working on.
Big up yourself, Bounty.
So anything possible.
Like the look, youth. Keep it rich. Keep it going. And, of course, Karen Smith to be memorialized through scholarships and concerts. So a year after her death, Jamaican songbird Karen Smith will be memorialized through a scholarship and concert, right? The event being organized by the Edna Manley College School of Music and Friends of Karen are being staged to fund Karen Smith's Memorial Scholarship and the refurbishing and soundproofing of a practice room at the School of Music, which is named in Smith's honor. But when I hear about Karen Smith's death, her mother, who is Barbara Smith, the principal of the Montego Bay High School years ago, decades ago, and I knew Karen as a young lad, and I would always go to the hotels to watch her perform. And when I hear about this, it makes me feel good, because she has really contributed a lot, especially on the cabaret circuit in Jamaica. And she has really done well. I want to big up her husband, Mr. Jackson, because he also owned the bands that would back her, in these parties, in the hotels, Sandals, all of them, Holiday Inn, any hotel that made sense. Karen Smith was performing there. Yes.
No, absolutely. Like you rightfully say, she has made her mark not only throughout the cabaret circuit, but also in the entertainment industry, the music industry, the fraternity. She was recognized outside of cabaret as well for her contribution.
One of the nicest things, I was in Kingston at Marketplace recently, maybe a month or two ago, and I saw Karen's mom. And I also saw Karen's daughter. And they were celebrating her mom's, I think it was 80-something birthday. And I just looked at Karen, when I looked at her daughter, and I looked at her mom, I said, this is a combination of Karen right here. They just, and I said, something, I said to her mom, I miss Karen, She says, I know you do, because she was your friend. Yep. So, big up Karen Smith. Love. And the mark that you've made on the business is unforgettable. Unforgettable.
And continuing on a sad note, of course, dancehall artists Skillibeng, Steph London, and Cranium, and music producer Stephen the Genius and Russian have joined the outpouring of condolences to the family of rapper PNB Rock, who was fatally shot during a robbery in Los Angeles on May. Now, on Tuesday, the Genius tweeted in part, "Such an amazing talent and overall good person. Always great energy and positive vibes. Every time we work together, prayers up for his family." Responding to the reports that the Philadelphia-born rapper was robbed of an extensive amount of jewelry during the shooting, Russian shared photos on IG of himself and PNB working in the studio. Steph London also shared several stories of Rock on her IG page, including one of the rapper posing with his daughter and others capturing moments they have shared together with broken hearts and dove emojis. PNB Rock was gunned down at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles on West Manchester Avenue, South LA, at around 1:15 p.m. on Monday. The rapper and his girlfriend Stephanie were reportedly inside the restaurant dining when the suspect, described as a black male, approached the rapper at gunpoint demanding property before fatally shooting him. He was 30. Really young in the daylight, it's just absolutely crazy.
When I hear
jewelry,
when I hear stories like that, I can only turn back to what is happening here in Jamaica. Murders, robbery. Biggest problem I'm having here now is traffic accidents. Every minute there's a stupid drive. Look, people, we're asking you, all users of the roadways, be it a taxi driver, be it a motorcyclist, them worse. Yang man them, only need to slow down. Obey the road code and drive carefully, because it is ridiculous what is happening. And I don't know if you've been following in terms of the amount of accidents, in terms of just the frequency. The frequency. The one it's horrible. It's horrible.
And the thing is, you don't really have to wait on the news to see what is happening, because a lot of these just, go viral across social media platforms, which really, alert you to the frequency of how many accidents are happening right across the island. And like you said, people just need to obey the road codes. But is that enough? Because then you have to be driving for yourself and driving for somebody else who will do something idiotic, along the roadways, and sometimes causing innocent people to just die.
I've always said one of two things, or a combination of both. One, then buy their license. Two, they're driving vehicles that are just not fit. They have defective vehicles. If you have a combination of somebody who don't go through the process of driving, learning to drive, and then you have a vehicle that is defective, you're going to have accidents.
Someone on Facebook is saying that we need more police on the road. Do you think that is a suitable solution, like that can quell what is happening?
No. You know why? The police are on the road. They are there. I mean, when I was driving from Montego Bay, even recently, there were at least 5 stops or 5 areas between Montego Bay to Otrius with police. They can't control what is happening in terms of crashes. They will. All right. You see a vehicle. Police is there. They wink everybody, flash, 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 and say, "Yo, police up the road." They slow right down. You drive by the police. And as you drive by, they speed up and around the corner and then crash. I mean, it's terrible, but we need the police, but there has to be something where we can monitor vehicles.
Do you think the process to get a driver's license is too easy, or it should be a little more rigorous in terms of more people driving for it, or as it relates to the test, it includes more as it relates to the road codes? Is that something that that can help to quell what's happening?
People go around the driver's license test, but the test itself is quite rigorous. It is quite rigorous. I mean, say, me do the driving test for there recently. I mean, I wanted to upgrade my license, and I had to go in there and take an exam.
So now you can drive what, trucks?
Trucks. I'm working on the trailer
Okay.
next. going to the trailer.
Okay. Look at you.
But I've
it is a real issue. You know, it is something definitely that we have to take into consideration. And, you know, people say music is of great influence. People sing about Roadhog and, you know, talk about things like these through music for you to slow down, take your time. But then ultimately people will gravitate to what they want to gravitate towards.
I agree. And for the folks who are going to the depot for their license, go through the rigorous thing. The training is unbelievable. The training, the discipline, it is good. And go the right way and do the right thing. Because when you leave that area, you're going to be coming out more disciplined, more calm, and you do things differently. Training is a hell of a thing, you know, once you're trained.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, so do the right thing.
Coming up, we have our music artist, Cacique. We also have our main artist, Teflon. It's been a minute that we've heard from Teflon.
Long time to hear from Teflon.
Long time.
And he has an album coming out, so we want to hear a lot about that in terms of, you know, what's about the album, when is the release date, who can we look for, is he doing any collaborations on the album? Is he, you know, we wanted to find out everything that's happening with Teflon. And, of course, our music artist, Cacique. I like that name. Is it Cacique? Yeah, that's rich.
You know, I stumbled on Cacique through the social media platform. You know, people talk about social media. It has its advantages and disadvantages. And with so many new talents coming to the fore, it's difficult to really pinpoint or keep your finger on everybody. And through the social media platform and other mediums, these are spaces that you'll get an opportunity to be introduced to new talents. So really looking forward to having a conversation with him, seeing what he's about, and, you know, just to get some more insight as it relates to the type of music he does and what he's about and what, you know, perhaps his short-term plan is musically. So that's a conversation we're looking forward to as well.
We're looking forward to a lot of great things tonight. So we're going to be talking to Cacique, and of course we're going to be talking to Teflon. I understand that I think Teflon is now overseas. And he, you know, I'm assuming he migrated. But he will tell us that when we talk to him. But I really want to hear out what's happening with him. I met Teflon on the IRFM Big Break show years ago. And I know Wayne, DJ Wayne, who used to work here, took a special interest in him.
In his talent. No, absolutely. And he's very, very talented as well. And as you mentioned,
talented, yes.
The IRFM Roadshow, he's always participated in majority of our events. He was that entertainer who is from the parish, you know, in the area, and was always open and willing. So, you know, it's good to catch up with him as well.
And the beautiful thing about him, when he touch the stage, he mash it up. Wicked.
He's indeed a performer for real.
Man, wicked. So Teflon, we're looking forward to that. And of course, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, it's more right here
at
on
the movies.
Half-Core Curomine Plus will remove inflammation from the body. Tanquist is a combination of herbs and fruits to remove toxins and pathogens from the body. Get your Curomine Plus and Tanquist from Half-Core Herbs and Extracts. 540-8871.
The time by Half-Core Curomine and Tanquist is...
It's 8:52. It's now time for At the Movies with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. Jamaicans abroad and abroad are celebrating a major win in the film industry. This as actress Shirley Ralph, who is of Jamaican descent, has won her first Emmy Award. Ralph won the award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a comedy series, Abbott's Elementary. She is the second black woman to win the award. Jackie Harry won the award in 1987 for her role in the sitcom 227. Following Ralph's win, Jamaicans worldwide took to social media to congratulate her. Among them were Minister of Culture and Entertainment Olivia Grange. Miss Grange hailed Ralph as an outstanding actress who gives her all to every role. Here's a snippet of Ralph's acceptance speech, which has the internet buzzing.
To anyone who has ever ever had a dream and thought your dream wouldn't, couldn't come true, I am here to tell you that this is what believing looks like. This is what striving looks like. And don't you ever give up on you, because if you get a Quinta Brunson in your corner, if you get a husband like mine in your corner, if you get children like mine in your corner, and if you've got friends like everybody who voted for me, cheered for me, love me, thank you.
Actress Shirley Ralph. She will be made a member of the Order of Jamaica for her sterling contribution as an actress, cultural ambassador for Jamaica, and contribution to the international film industry at the National Honors and Awards Ceremony at King's House on Heroes Day. Still on the movie scene, Squid Game's Lee Jong-jae has become the first Asian star to win the Emmy Award for Best Male Actor in a Drama. The South Korean won for playing the main role of the increasingly desperate Song Ji-yeon in the hit Netflix show. The show's creator, Wang Dong-hyuk, won the Best Drama Series Director Prize, also the first Asian to do so. Ted Lasso won Best Comedy Series for the second year in a row, while Outstanding Drama went to Succession, also for a second year running. And here are 5 movies or series to watch this week: Thor: Love and Thunder, House of the Dragon, Easter Sunday, Samaritan, and Nope. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
That was Maisha Brody with At the Movies. And, of course, join us next week for another exciting edition of At the Movies with Maisha Brody. I do believe
Absolutely.
I see a little rich youth on the screen, yeah. I think I hear him named Cacique. Cacique. We want to say a special welcome to our music artists this week. I know every week we provide a platform for new and upcoming talent to, showcase what they're about. Cacique is our music artist this week. Cacique, welcome to the EBUZZ.
Welcome, Cacique.
How you do?
Okay, I
like
hear
Cacique.
we can see that you're talking. We know that you're hearing us, but we're not hearing you.
He might hear we, but we not hear him.
Yes, so we're gonna.
Well, no,
Good.
I'm hearing you now.
Okay. Welcome. We're saying welcome.
Welcome, my brother. How are you?
Out there for area film, it's been years we have been on the interview and finally there.
I know you. I just time
excited.
now. A time.
Nothing happens before the time. And what better way to kick things off than you give us which 3 words would you use or best describes Cacique, Somerset son?
Lyrical.
Mm-hmm.
That one another one word about it kind of is a one thing. It's a dancer enthusiast. Well, say intelligent.
All
Yeah,
right.
We can work with that.
A proper introduction to Cacique.
How you got that name, Cacique? How did that come about?
Stumbled upon that name during history class back in probably about 3rd or 2nd form. We were learning about indigenous of the Caribbean, Tainos, and Cacique is actually the name that they give to their chief. And then time I was on a name search and I just heard Cacique and then I decided that would be my name from that moment on to now.
So when you were in 3rd form, you were on a musical journey searching for an artist name?
Yeah. I had a name before, but I won't even mention it.
What was that name before? I want full name, you know. Me just feel it, you know.
It was a full name, but it was a full name.
What was that name?
I'm not gonna say
Talk
Father
it,
Bones.
man.
Don't make him
Tell
draw
me,
you
man.
out to
They
say it. But
know
talk to us a little bit more about your musical journey, because here it is, we're understanding now that you started to actively pursue music from a very young age.
Yeah, musical journey. Well, my love for music really started out very, very young. We have a big up station like RFM because of that one station never come off of the dial in my yard.
You know.
So really, yeah, never come off. My mother wouldn't allow it. So RFM really started off, and then other things like me just watching artists like Beanie, the Bounty, the Capitan, and listening to them. From early up back in the days, and then decided to say, this morning with my life, just watching Beanie Man close Stonefest, and a wave him answer, and everybody in the crowd was a wave.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That's what I do with my life. Every place rap with phone, and I was still kind of disappointed because they want kind of do that, but we have to work with the times.
Tell us what you're working on now in terms of promotion, in terms of what are your music. How would you best describe your music and what you're promoting now?
I would describe my music as a decent, a little delicate mixture of, the rich 90s style of DJing, mixed with a little contemporary farmer DJ style. So we mix up the old and the new. It's a little perfect blend. And right now we're working on an EP, Somerset Sun, slated to be released probably early August. So y'all can look out for that. Somerset is actually the community that I'm from, so we kind of name it after that. So community that made me, so the Somerset Sun, so we have to put out the Somerset Sun EP.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. No, you know, Bones, whether it is freestyle or Cacique is introducing new music, he has this very creative way of how he introduces his material, his content, especially across his social media platforms. Cacique, I want you to talk to us a little bit more about that, because getting your big break in the digital era and using the medium to basically, showcase your creativity almost. Talk to us about this strategic method that you do so well.
Yeah, that's a brainchild of me and one of my friends who named DJ Spin, where we just freestyle. Freestyle is what I'm probably known for mostly. That's how I started out, trying to get my name out there using social media. I see them take on to this quick DJing style and this, as I said, them attention span really short. So we're trying to get them with the fast DJ and the quick style and the good visuals. See them out on the Instagram and freestyle are what we're known for. So we kind of put that to some visuals, put in the lyrics them in the same way, because we are shy with it. So we kind of have a break out of our box. We kind of do that. Very, very shy. So every time we have a release something, we kind of come up with that little concept. Say, all right, how we are going to do this now? And through the freestyle I work from a long time, we kind of stick to that little format there. We kind of ease off it sometimes to avoid being branded as just a freestyle artist, because we have songs, and the songs really get with the bookings, the song really play up on the radio, even though it's a dream. It was a dream to get DJ Wayne to play one of my songs. I'm going to take that off on my bucket list. I mean, leave everything.
Win.
I mean, he can still play it. He's on other platforms.
Twitch. That Twitch.
Yes.
I'm not
here. I heard him specifically, because we also record him in set them, because we also find like Friday evening. We also record him set
Friday. Yeah, man. He's absolutely awesome. I tell you that. One of the most talented DJs me know.
Talented, man. So big up DJ.
Yeah, you wish.
Where was that?
Yeah, theme style like you wish.
Right. So you're talking to us about your creative content and putting it on the social media space and switching it up.
Yeah. Basically, so we just do the freestyle, we kind of grab the minds then and lead them towards the songs then. So we'll lead them towards the songs then on the platform like the YouTube, the Spotify, the Pandora.
All of those.
And I want to also inject that I was Pandora's artist to watch for 2022 in and out.
Yeah.
So
2022.
Congratulations on that.
Congratulations on that. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
But I did ask you in terms of how you got the name, but you didn't. What are you promoting now? And we want to play it. We want to hear you. So give us what you're promoting now in terms of the latest single or the latest song you're doing.
Which song y'all have? You have a song lined up for me?
I'm going to assume we do, because we always have everything. What you promoting?
I remember which one, but I probably Escape.
All right.
Escape was one of them that actually got highlighted through the same medium of me freestyling on Instagram. That was basically a freestyle, but got a lot of traction. People like it, so we kind of turned it into a song. So yeah, Escape is talking about me just my mood or my format of trying to get rid of or alleviate stress and probably depression and all right. Like.
Let's play Escape. But here we go to that. I want you to introduce it the way you feel right in introducing it, so it will get traction. You get traction with it already. You're going to have it. You're here on EBUZZ, big platform. Introduce Escape your way, and we'll play it here for you in studio.
All right. Yeah, Escape. It goes out to all the people who need a time away from everything, you know, say the world's stressful more while it kind of hard to deal with sober. So Escape goes out to all those people who are fighting some sort of battle, whether it be depression, whether it be this, that, all the stress that come with life. Escape, dedicated to them.
Cacique, brand new.
British Link.
Me need an escape. Come on, mind not in the best state. Link me dog and get the best grades. I shot any make it quick, please. Mommy say me enough for smoke for my problems. Mommy say me enough for drink for my pain. Me fi find a better way and solve them. Pass me the strongest drink. And me I roll up the biggest spliff. Because the pressure not stress not keep. A highway me a tip in the whip. Me gon' link the thickest chick. Are you still watching? No lock off the Netflix. I saw my gun go touch the road. Now sit down and madam meds the rope. You must see mother vibes a buck. Big song I drown the ugly thoughts I turn it up. Watch your depression I disappear with every cup. And then she back it up. And then me want for cut. She say lay down on your back. She say baby just relax. She give me the craziest attack. And she never make it drop. She said no you're not for worry cause it's all about you. Anytime me need her she a go come through. Me need an escape, yeah. Come on, mine are the best days, yeah.
No, Cacique. Cacique?
Yeah, you're hearing you. He's there.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it like for you performing at Alkaline's New Rules? You know, we see the clips making the rounds across social media platform, but for you personally, what was that like?
No, that was a big moment. I wish I could just go back and do that over and over again for like a year straight. That was a big moment. Like, I love the stage even more than I love the studio. So, any opportunity I get.
You prefer the stage. It's so good because you can get the energy from the people and you know how to work.
You're very comfortable on the stage as well. Were you surprised at the response that you got from the crowd?
No, because we have honed skills on stage over a period of time. Because we do Beanie Man some assist already. We do quite a few stage shows. It's not really surprising. And we kind of have a little MC talent in a way, and that kind of help too on the stage as a dancer, DJ. So it's not surprising. Because we actually rehearse. We did the work. We go days upon days the rehearsal. So when we see the product out and the people that receive it, there was no surprise. We expected it.
You expected it, and that is good.
That's very good, and your confidence is pretty awesome as well. I think a lot of people were talking about your confidence even from the introduction at the launch, like how you presented yourself, what you delivered, and then you carried that energy to the stage. So much for Cacique being shy. You hear him, Bones?
We don't know what we don't know who might tell that. But Cassie,
Yeah.
inspirations for you. Who are some of the people in the music business in terms of artists and artistry
Oh,
that
God, man.
inspire you?
What about it? We talk about the same being, man. The Bounty Killer, same way. We talk about Frisco Kid, we like Terror Fabulous, Bojo Bantan. We have followed up near and we talk about Nas, we like how interrupting the same way. We talk about Burna Boy, have reset, you know, Massacre, same way.
So everybody inspired.
Pretty much everybody.
Most of them,
Pretty
yeah.
much everybody.
That's
you,
awesome.
you seem to have a solid team, and you're very you come off as being strategic with your planning and where you see yourself. Talk to us a little bit more about your musical plans and what you hope to achieve in, let's say, 5 years.
5 years, short term. Like, I want to touch the whole 14 parishes. I want to touch the Caribbean, I want to touch the whole dance or diaspora, and then we just kind of filter that over into some crossover thing, you see me? So that'll be basically what I work on. But firstly, in 5 years, we want to dominate the dancehall, we want to get a strong word for dancehall so we can launch out to other places.
Talk to us about management team and your social media handles. If me want to book you right now, how do I get to you?
Just email bookings and Z's at the end. Bookings with a Z at the end at gmail.com. Social media handles one Cacique, that's ONEKACIQUE on all platforms. And if you want to find Cacique music, just type in Cacique anyway. Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Just type in Cacique and a whole list of music will come up for you to enjoy.
You know,
Awesome.
when a lot of upcoming entertainers are entering the business, and even established entertainers, they too have some sort of hurdles. What would you say are some of the musical hurdles that you have to maneuver along your musical journey?
Crap. Probably one of my biggest hurdle that I had to complete had nothing to do with nobody, but basically myself, was to remain consistent and remain driven over a long. It don't really have nothing to do with nobody else. Basically, the strongest hurdle that I had to overcome was remain consistent. And when you kind of get this little buzz, to kind of drive it into something bigger than the buzz. So that's basically has been my biggest hurdle so far in music.
Well, my brother.
Big up to yourself and your team.
Anybody you want to big up before you go, brother?
Yeah, big up the management team, big up Karzilla, big up Romeo Icon, big up Gazdidan, and big up Silver and the whole Cacique management team, and big up the whole of Somerset. You know, them probably tuning right now. Because for them really not come up at for CM. So big up to the whole Somerset CM. And yeah, basically, yeah.
Cacique,
and big up everything. Big up.
Wave the reggae music and dancehall flag high and represent internationally all the time. Anything you're doing, let us know so that we can support all the time.
And we're looking forward to the project August next year.
Yeah, man. No, this year, man.
August gone,
August gone, Cacique.
Sorry. I meant to say October.
Next year. All right, so Cacique, keep doing what you're doing. Represent all the time for the culture and keep shining.
All right. Yeah, man. Big up RFM every time.
Enough love.
All right. Thank you there. That was Cacique, or music artist.
Give me the music, Lollipop. Turn it up, youth. Rich.
Me need an escape. Come on, mind not in the best days. Link me dog and get the best grades. I shot any make it quick, please. Mommy say me enough for smoke with my problems. Mommy say me enough for drink with my pain. Me fi find a better way and solve them. Pass me the strongest drink. And me a roll up the biggest spliff. Because the pressure now stress now keep. A highway me a tip in a the whip. Me gon' link the thickest chick. Are you still watching? No lock off the Netflix. I saw my gun go touch the road. Now sit down and mother meds the rope. You must see mother vibes a buck. Big song I drown the ugly thoughts I turn it up. Watch your depression I disappear with every cup. And then she back it up, and then me want for cut. She say lay down on your back. She say baby just relax. She give me the craziest attack, and she never make it drop. She say no you're not for worry cause it's all about you. Anytime me need her she a go come through. Me need an escape, yeah.
Cacique, our music artist this week. And of course, it's now time for our main artist. Very, very happy to see him. Very happy. And you want to see him when I walk up and look in the house like he was too rich. Right? Big up Iva Burning. Iva Burning, my brethren, Teflon.
Teflon, welcome.
What me done? It is so good to see you. How have you been, sir?
To see you, man. It's been a minute.
Don't make this happen again. Do not make this happen again. Iva Burning. Teflon.
I won't.
You won't, my brother. What's been happening with Teflon? Tell us what's going on with you, brother.
Well, so much has been happening from the last time I've been on this platform. You know, I released the album titled Tears of Pain, and now I'm on to my next album, Tears of Joy. So, and I've been all over the place, even though the pandemic did come knock one at a time. But yes, I'm here seeing we have one of the works, you know.
When I hear Tears of Joy, I can't help but to think that does it have a deeper meaning? So give us some insights as it relates to the title and if it has a deeper meaning.
Well, it does have a meaning behind it because the meaning that I have got from creating the album when I found the name. I found the title of the name before the album, the actual album. So I actually built the songs and the whole thing structured around the name. But I got the name from... You all know how far and how long been in the industry and the fluctuation. Right.
Yeah.
So when I've looked from where I came from and where me really, even though I might not reach up at the top, enough people might say, yo, Teflon, but you know, when me really look and say, my message I get across, my viewership I get wider, my fan base I grow, I'm a pulling power as an artist where I've made me never, them might say never run the thing to an extent, but reality when me go out there for tour, I find out some fan base I grow up on a wider perspective, not just Jamaica wise, even though I know me have a strong fan base in the ground part of Jamaica, but you see when I go into the world, I realize people really been listening to me and it's like no when we see it, we say, John, it's like the love and the joy where people bring forth. They bring forth that tears that from my heart to my eye to everywhere. You know, say, yo, John, you know, say, people never forget me. Them still have a space in them heart where them say, yo, we still love Teflon. And Teflon might be the young when just start, but now my system I grow. Now I give him the chance. Yeah, better.
I tell you this, you have made an indelible mark on the music business over the years. If you take a little hiatus, you will not be forgotten. Because the mark that you have created, we've watched you rip and mash up stage. Always. And you've always worked. You work assiduously to keep your craft strong. Where are you in Jamaica? Where they know? Because, you know, people want to see you. Where are you, you know, traversing the world?
Are you I would more say that I'm not really at one location. No, I'm in Florida. Normally, if I'm not in Jamaica, I'll be in Florida 90% of the time. If I'm not in Jamaica, but I've been doing like the Texas, the Dallas, Houston. We're heading to California. I have so much shows for next month also. I have an album launch coming up in the 25th of this month also. So it's not like, even though Jamaica now see me out here, I create a fan base for myself.
Right.
My generation who I grow will look up to me, which is my kids. Them when them really acknowledge the strength what them father doing in the world, and we even can see it and understand it more. If not say just my fans, you know, because me not just do this to my fans, me I do it for the longevity of my family also. So this is where the more body of work, like the albums come in, the promotion on the road, the bands, the everything, because even now, they might not know me, I tour with my bands now. One time, One time we done do more club show and you know me I do more band show. So and I told myself when I'm coming back to Jamaica to do back some show, a strictly band show I want to do because reggae music is what we need for embrace. And to embrace reggae music, you can't embrace it halfway, you have to go full. Bob them do it with the live instrument and the Congo drum and the live, everything live. So I found out that was one of the point what I was not doing mostly as an artist where love bands and dominate bands for so much years. You understand what I say?
One of the things I want to ask you, Teflon, I would like for the people, the young artists, them who work with tracks most of the time, tell them the difference and the benefits of having your live bands work with you.
Well, honestly, live bands, you wake me and born live. All right. So how can a man up on stage and sing or just lip syncing? Well, we as Jamaican, we not grow them with a sound system. We from sound system to the bands, and then when what we realized, we created a song with the bands, we created an energy, and a movement also. Not was just live. That is something where we all came together and said, yo, live music is it. But what the youth them realize nowadays, them, you know, the streaming and the whole money thing kind of make the youth them stop thinking about the longevity of music. So now youth realize, say, yo, them a stream, them a make money, you know, them have them royalties that come in. Nowadays, then I think them have to do a band show, which at that time mash up the thing in a sense, because now them a build themselves to become a forefront player, as in somebody you becomes a household name now, and you don't. And you don't want to bring the thing to the right level where it's supposed to go. So this is the only thing when we see the youth them far short of. The lyrics for the youth them do, them explore, them young, them soon find them real. Some of them soon get kids and start understand so them have a reason and a purpose to live for. But within the music, when it comes to live instrument, this is the only part where we see 90% of the youth them now gravitate to. And when you use live instrument, the people, the fans, them feel it. Even the fans, you go on show with a live instrument, you feel it more than a track show. So I found out that was something what we did the live instrument.
True. And then this realization came to you from just being out there, being on tour, and seeing the difference with other entertainers that are using a band as opposed to working with tracks.
Right, because honestly speaking, Kacique, I've toured with like Sizzler. When we tour with Dada, them and say, oh, them man, they tour with them bands. Me always
mash up the place, yeah.
Yeah, they mash up the place, you know, but Bones, as a youth where me grow in a church amongst family, me never really grew in a music like some man that said them father and them uncle and them in a music.
Right.
But me grew up to learn and to love music, because when me be up on the road and I tour with like a Sizzler, it showed me the powers of reggae music. It showed me the powers of what we are capable of doing as musicians.
Yeah.
When I out there, even see them thing that even my chronics, them protege, them all of them youth and leave them bands from them time. And I was before get caught up in performing in the tracks, and we pass through some place and burn down some place, and people love it, yes, but the music was evolving.
Got you.
So
Teflon, it is so amazing to hear you speak this way, and you conducting yourself in this kind of manner absolutely shows us the growth and how you have moved from one point to the next. In the same breath, we're talking about the album. I'm sure you have a tour in the pipeline to further promote Tears of Joy. But bring us back to the creation process. You kind of alluded to it a little bit where you said that you found the title of the album first and you kind of build the songs around the title of the album. Is there a song from the album that resonates with you the most, like when you think about putting it together, and why?
Kacique, man. Honestly, I don't have a specific song from the album to say, yo, I love this song, but I really love the project, as in how I visioned the project, that is how the project came out. It came out clean, it came out no profanity, it came out with the message that I was expecting, that I wanted to at least bring forward to the nation. So in the creativity, it took me a couple months, it took me at least 6 to 9 months to make this album to how it is. You understand? And I do have a song from the album which is a title track. The title track from the album is titled Joy with Tears. That is the song. That was one of the songs that took me like almost a week. One song
to write.
To Selassie, because it's not what's just choosing words. I just say, we know words and we've been and use words over the years and don't want to repeat ourselves saying the same thing, using the same words.
Right.
But the thing about it also had a feeling. The rhythm brought tears to my eyes. It took me like 2 days before, but I really said what I want to say, because what I want to say, but I don't want to say it in a way where it come across arrogant or ignorant. I want to say it in a way where it acceptable to everybody, then I should say.
You pretty much preempted the next question. I was going to ask you, why was that song so important and why was it so meaningful to you? But you just answered the question. One of the things I wanted to find out, Kish and Teflon, we want to hear some of the music. We wanna hear this album.
A Teflon mix.
Yeah, what you say, Kish? A little Teflon mix with good night.
Teflon mix with the infusion of something.
Yes,
some of the songs
man.
from Tears of Joy.
A long time we have a whole heap of Teflon I played. You know my Teflon?
I know. Remember, I was birthed by IRF.
That is
my birth.
Yeah, new-ish. Right now.
Big up the boss instead.
Big up Whistle. Cause look here, a whistle let me know you, you know, I always a big you up.
Yeah, man.
Always be grateful for DJ Wayne, but our DJ Wayne do for the eye. Him do it from I take a dollar and send him just do it from him heart, pure.
Always, and I saw him stay a long time.
Yeah, man. Even till now.
Right now. Even worse now. All right. So, Teflon mix right here on the Buzz.
Teflon representing without a doubt. I mean, I say you're the eye burning fire. You bless yourself for right to over yard alone, we no want no pocket fi come in. Only strictly sexy me no come up on the scene. Everything fi have a queen. Man straight and never lean. Distance of and crest a brave. White sun, brown rice a guan sting. And Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Some real warriors we born friends a yard of love. Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Everything nice a yard of love. All emblem ice a yard of love. Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Some real warriors we born friends a yard of love. Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Everything nice a yard of love. All emblem ice a yard of honey pan herbs. Pan the boat outside. And who not roll with Charlie's them have a split from outside. And real warriors no jam out from the roadside. If I know me tool me always have something here pan me so tight. We have the conquering lion from my gate side. And Babylon them always end up on the bedside. Another no family the on the straight side. We King Selassie that's the great side. Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Some real warriors we born friends a yard of love. Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Everything nice a yard of love. All emblem ice a yard of love. Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Some real warriors we born friends a yard of love. Charlie's blazing. And food a spice a yard of love. Everything nice a yard of love. Yes, Selassie like daily. And not just up. His Majesty has never ever failed me. Pray against them can't come near me. Me know me chat it loud, them off the eerie. Fire make them off it cool up, not full up. Fire catch you from every angle I them out. You think a little bit of time, them tell me say me not gonna make it. Them tell me say left it, but my liking Selassie I protect it. Play and me tell them say them can't come take it. Get to youths, we all gonna make it. We all gonna make it. We all gonna stay alive. Tell them that we all gonna make it. We all gonna make it. We all got to stay alive. The time them try to push me round a side. If we just stand up good, you know we slip and put a slide. Give thanks to the radio station, play we in worldwide, we give we opportunity. I saw they use them can survive, but watch and they tune up on the radio station. Them tune in while them request Teflon. Now them know every line in our song. Don't be distract them up, pay attention. I get the youth, you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, you're gonna stay your life. Tell them that you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, you're gonna stay your life.
Victory comes with a fight, so nothing will come easy and no way below. Never see that day without the night. So why the time is so perilous? Know yourself now, Israelites. Cause we can survive and do many more. But not until we realize. Many come here and many go. Hypocrites will turn and lie. Still you gotta smile up with many foes. Your private parts are saying a night. Still nothing no private in your phone. Cause it they right in front your eyes. The internet in a every home. I want me really realize. Say people want change how them stay. True them can buy face in a store. Silicone and fake. Well, people don't love themselves no more. Since they don't care about the pain. All side effects ignore. People keep losing their way. Can't find themselves no more. We ambitious, why we're so vicious. Killing off the plants, the trees that they know so much want to see the enemy. So much want to drain me energy. Man record clean, me nah no felony. Me keep them up me memory. Me learn from the rough days of my life. Before you move, please just think twice. The battlefield are not something nice. Streets them cold like ice. Cause some assault taker, we put you in a old brother. Me know better, say flick with the chrome better.
Hey, I got too hard, don't tell me no, come and just a walk.
And don't touch me when you see haters and traitors with smile on their face. Enter in my space all this time. And now that I know how the lie, I've embraced. You're a snake to the truth, I've been blind. I've grown, and you know that I'll never give it up. Cause I've opened closed doors. I'll never give it up. They know so much want to see the enemy. And so much want to drain me energy. Man record clean, me nah no felony. Me keep them up me memory. Me learn from the rough days of my life. Before you move, please just think twice. The battlefield are not something nice. Streets them cold like ice. Just give me little vacancy. You think you no see nothing yet, just wait and see. God blessing you, look, you never make it overnight. So stop from tricking you. You're not gonna make it if you never ever try. Cause life is what we choose. You play the game manipulating people brain. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Get the youth. Think before you die. Take your time and build your stuff. You can accomplish what you want, but the mind of it develop. Be obedient and be smart. You success till you do. Go fit where you want. Can nobody not give you none. Not give you none. Rather tear you down. Why your woman and your yard for you give your bun. Some man a fear go hard money for your hunt. Couple mil a month. Office for your account. More balance for you got road for your bun. Sit down bank corner that me a bun. Now go mix up with the law and a for your run. For your for bank in a me yard that a bigger fun. Some go rough at you the 2020. Pocket plates and the bellies up plenty empty. Surrounded by hypocrite friends. Them the beer play and test room send fit them life I skillfully tell bully like the music yet we still bully. Think before you die. Take your time and be hard. You can accomplish what you want. But the mind of evil. Artists will stop trying please people. And start sing and teach people. To the people. And stop think evil. The messenger them can't get feeble. But some of one them adapt from the people. Reggae music them gang with the vehicle. Dance all just as say when them feel too. And some get beat to the same young people. Like herdsman see to some pagan people figure. Hey, yeah, you change from people, refrain from evil. Like you did for say what you fi say. Make sure I know destruction you lead to. And no from go fall and go bleach too. And start say where them no need to. But remember say
Jaja go beat you. And only yourself can defeat you.
Self-destruct them see too. Watch them when them treat you, then them a lead you. Lead you is just brimstone, lightning, flames. Ooh, 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 ooh. Young kid, the flames we grow high, fire we burn. Come make we go charge with fire till of morning. Earthquake and tsunami of the voiceless people we chanting. A big fire light up wicked man, your time and your time and your time.
No, sir. Teflon!
Oh, radio.
Boy, just bring me some memories a while ago, like a old new mix.
Real.
Sweet. Sweet,
Hey.
dude.
Hey, Bones, yo, me really growing up. I listen to my first set of song, them I listen to now. Man. It's like,
You know, you
done
grow.
really go for true.
You maximized. You
Yeah.
didn't grow. You get large. You're tall. You're stratospherically up there in the universe.
But ultimately, Teflon, that's what it is about, you know, like it's about growth and development and, you know, that you have done. Looking back at the old Teflon and what you have accomplished and where you are, do you have any regrets or wish you would have gotten a second chance to do things differently when you reflect?
Well, yes, sometimes, you know, for real, really and truly, because remember, I am the one in the driver's seat. I'm the one in the motion doing everything. So sometimes you look forward.
True that.
When I look forward, honestly, now I surround myself with a strong team where it's all about Teflon and the brand Teflon and the yard of love and, you know.
Important.
But back then, if I knew, I would have surrounded myself a little bit more stronger with more grounded mind people and people with the same vision or, you know, people who want to see me strive.
Right.
But me regret a whole lot because I learn a whole lot. But me I tell you, I kind of take long to learn everything, but I'm glad me learn the greatest thing me did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see, once you've evolved and you realize what you could have done better, and you do
True.
it, you know,
True. Because one thing, when I just came out, the powers and the energy, I wasn't even doing enough videos. I honestly, I didn't do enough work. As in, I was voicing for some unreputable producer when I put out the music them, and then it seems like we're not working. So I mean, now do the video them for maintain myself. So I saw what happened back then, and it wouldn't. I would say best. I'm straight from my heart. I wouldn't blame no one but myself.
You know, one of the things that I don't like, though, Teflon, is when you voice for a producer and he doesn't put out the music. Then why invite you for? The way you see?
Well, why don't you create a label for yourself?
I've already had a label, son.
That's what I did. That's if you don't.
I like the way how you are responding to Bones Teflon, because that in itself shows a growth mindset.
Yeah.
But
it's easy to blame people.
Understand now, you know. Back then you would have been more. I need to remember something to you, Kashima. When you all knew me, I was like 17, you know, just turned 17.
That's true.
So,
Young youth. But
you
did well. Young youth.
I did well because greatest thing, may I tell you something, Bones. Even though my career has been on a hold for a minute throughout the whole industry and everything, I did great songs. You see, like all them Kacique for come in here and you think a little. Those songs were kept me throughout some time where me did I sing some other message and I said something where connect, and them set a song that still maintain me. I could have still, you know, take myself and my family. So when I found forward myself within, when I say young king, that was when I start realize the powers of myself. I mean, I say, yo, don't follow. Lead if you're a leader. Oh, you are going to lead. You're going to lead.
Set trend.
But oh, you are going to say, trend. You gotta set the trend just as how you were doing it from day one with conscious and on.
And you know, as you said,
So
don't
true.
follow. It brings me back to a lyric from one of your songs from your new album. We no follow
Right.
everybody. We no pop Molly. Our lyrics taken from the track "Thank You, Father." Now,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are your thought process on the issue as it relates to Molly in Jamaica and what's happening in the news? And do you think entertainers in general kind of have a social responsibility to help educate through music?
Honestly, first and foremost, the Mali thing is not something where we associated with in a Jamaica from first and foremost. Drugs, you don't know, you have people fly in a different zone and get associated, but we always stand for something in a Jamaica. The youth them in a Jamaica might not understand the danger of drugs and of Mali because they might seem young or small-minded in a sense to say, sure, you know, that can't do me nothing, but let me tell you something. You better open your mind and realize why you introduce yourself to. Because if you pay attention to where you put in your structure, it will eventually break you down enough. It will break you down in a way where you go short of this, you go need of stuff where only doctor can give, and some of the time the doctor go fall short because he can't do everything. You hurt. You understand? And the next thing now, the artists is who might say them in a road model. One time I might did feel so too within myself. But the greatest thing, the artists them who have said that need to find themselves because maybe they're not find. Because find yourself and know your responsibility. Me automatically know say your child is also my child. My child is your child. So we all have responsibilities. And worse, when you become a public figure, I should say, where people look up to you, then you have more responsibility, of course.
So true. Teflon, tell us a little bit about social media handles. People hear the music. They love the music. How can they reach you? And tell us about management and so on.
For all my music, all my recent, from them time the music, some of the music been scattered. But from the last 2015 to until now, all my music are structured on all major platforms. You can go, I would even have to name specifically one. All major platforms, my music are there. And, you know, my Instagram is been growing from more and more since we find certain energy and I push to it.
What's your name on Instagram? What's your name on all the platforms?
That's where I'm going now, Sir Bonesy. My name on Instagram, it's Teflon_JA. That's Teflon_JA. And, you know, Yada Love Records, it's on Instagram, it's Yada Love Records likewise. And my management team now is AC Cool Music. It's a company based in the United States here. They always love music, and we realized they just wanted a great artist to market and to publish. And not only that, to artists were stable too, because that is something where make a company like this never did work with Jamaican artists a long time. Because them afraid that with ignorance, them afraid that everything that was uncontrollable. So it was, as me I tell you, a stages in my life made me end up meeting some people who can work with me too, you know. It's like me go through some part me there, it's like the right people at the right time in my life now. So, you know, the table can turn in our direction even a little better. You understand?
And you know, I know recently you wrapped up your Years of Pain US tour. What was the reception like? And you know, which city or state was most outstanding to you?
You did so much. All right. You see, the Years of what the difference with Years of Pain? Years of Pain, I didn't really get to do as much. I dropped Years of Pain in almost the same time when COVID forward, you should say.
Okay.
So I didn't get to do that big major tour. I only get to do like cities in like with tracks. If you understand, it's not to me that is not really a tour. So I would say I went to Jersey and Jersey was very nice, but New York gave me a great energy. They supported me, and everyone there was always saying to me, why don't you use bands? And I was like, yo, the school. It's like everybody remind me of something I really want to do because I am a bands artist. The moment I bring the bands to New York, Europe, you know me with bands. Because I've never done track shows in Europe, only band show. But like US, we do a lot of club show here with the tracks. So now, honestly, I would say New York was one of the best time for Ears of Pain stop. But now, I am sure, and I'm very much sure, since I've been talking about my new album, promoting my new album, we've been getting a lot more festivals added on to my list of shows that I'm about to do. And right now I'm doing my own shows because my management team also they do shows too.
Right.
But they source the venues, source the cities that I'm strong in, source the ones that I'm weak in also too. That's what I tell you, say, is that what team surround me. When the city them find out, say, yo, on my team member find out, say, Teflon, strong in other part of the world. Like DC. DC strong with reggae music, but me never strong in a DC until now.
Right, okay.
And had someone there had to do the groundwork, do the promotion, get the radio up, and people be like, yo, then Teflon not bad. Wait, it's like, it connect in a way now where I put DC for the first time with my bands now within this run. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And they like ticket break event them, the ticket them almost sold out. I say, yeah, at the energy. So I am the world kind of take time starts to the maturity, but I was the first one who saw this maturity and moved towards it, and now I'm bringing it to the world. And I hope the world accept me for me because I really now go sing back certain hardcore type of music because this is a stand where I take for my life and for my further future.
Nice.
Do it already. I did it before, so I have to do it again.
And that was the name of a mixtape that you put out. Acknowledge Me or Not.
I don't, yes.
I don't, yeah.
Yes.
Teflon, we're very proud of what you've been doing.
Yeah, man, and we can see the growth and the development, the evolution is eminent, and we can truly just wish you the best. I hear you speak of your team and talk about plans that they're putting in place, and what we're hearing is like a lot of strategic move. You're playing chess, not checkers.
I think you are also. Irie FM team is also on my drawing board the last time I checked because to do and launch for the album in Jamaica also. So, with now left for with team and Irie FM are part of the team. And we give thanks over the years. As me I tell you, them I not just know more. I'm not get to utilize the platform every day. The one little time or the little time me get me, I tell you them thanks. I greatly appreciate it, King, because I own bird me in a wizard from Zoff. Yeah, I'm gonna make me know DJ we and RFM. Never back. So I really appreciate it. And the new album come out September 16, Tears of Joy on all platforms. The fans them can get it. Support me, follow me on Instagram, be a part of the movements, and give thanks again. Kashima, enough love until we see each other in a flesh bones. Me know me now hold up no more on the time.
Yo, yeah, me done.
Big up yourself,
Yeah, me
Teflon.
done.
Really
Thank
love
you,
the
bro.
growth and
Yeah, me
keep
done.
it up.
Always. Hey, Teflon, yeah, me done long time.
I don't want management because big up management.
You better big him up.
Better big him
management,
up.
please.
Yes, big up AC Cool. Thank you very much. And I'm going to cook some rice and peas right now.
With some veggie chunks.
With some tofu.
Tofu, yes, some tofu. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yes. That sound good right now. Teflon, me done.
Thank you very
much.
Love.
Respect.
Yeah, man, big up yourself,
Every
Teflon.
time,
Wow, Bones, what a conversation with
The man is
Teflon.
brilliant. Brilliant.
I absolutely love the growth mindset. And like he reminded us, when we met Teflon, when we knew of him, he was just merely 17 years old. And he was
known him a long
doing
time.
the music. He was making his mistakes. He was going through the motions. But, that is what life is about. It's about learning and growing. And life is the best teacher for some lessons that you will never forget.
That is so true. Big up yourself, Teflon, once again. And of course, he was our main artist tonight. We want to see if we can accommodate a few callers tonight. Your thoughts on that?
And you know, I have a question I want to throw to the callers. You know, like in the news, we heard that Grammy-winning entertainer Coffee on September 14, she will kick off her Happy Make It school tour. And we want to find out from our listeners, do you think more successful entertainers should embark on school tours as a way to show Jamaican children that they too can become successful? And we're saying successful entertainers, people who are at the peak of their craft. You know, they have attained success to just kind of give back to the school population. So youngsters can say, boy, Bones, I really see Bones doing it and he's successful. I can do it too, or whichever respective field you're in.
So true. That's actually a good question. We invite callers to join us now. The numbers to call, 974-5051.
974-5043.
And 974-5079. Those are the numbers to call us and talk to us. Because
or 618-0352.
That is it. Now, right away. Good
Bus
day.
caller.
Bus through caller.
You're live.
Yeah, man. Blaze it, make we burn it.
Burn it and earn it. What, you?
You don't know money, you have to earn it, you have to turn it. All right,
You understand?
You
do me, brother.
Wagwan Shaka, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, man, but me never miss out no program. You see me, I say?
Never.
Oh,
That's
really,
true.
really
Big up yourself, DJ Boys, and happy belated birthday. You see me, I say?
Enough love, brother. Thank you so much,
A
sir.
long time, you know,
A long time. Cause my birthday gone from the 30th of August.
But Shaka,
Yeah.
Shaka, like I was saying to Bones earlier, you know, Coffee gearing up to go into the schools to do her school tour. And, you know, you're a dad, you have your children. Do you think that more successful entertainers, you know, should go into the schools and do tours as a way to show the Jamaican children that they too can become successful?
Yeah, man, great success, man. They like more, you know?
Yeah?
Anybody in particular you think should do it?
Yeah, man, all of the road man, all the children, them a sing their song and sing and enter the Grammy and all these. You see me, I say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you should have more of that to see, man.
You know, it's funny you say that. In terms of, all right, your kids know, right?
Straight.
The school they go to. Which artists you hear your kids talking about?
My kids, same Coffee, man.
Coffee. Just Coffee alone.
No, man, talking about all of the international artists, them like Ezra,
No, all right,
man.
give me some name what them talk about.
Even say, then young artists that just come up like Skeng, the whole of them. You see that?
So you think they should do some more school tours, don't you?
Yeah, man, I think some conscious tune for you, them.
Yeah, boy, I mean, I don't know what's going to do that, but...
No, but you see, that is why the situation, Shaka Warrior, in itself is so ticklish too.
Ticklish,
because
bad.
In the same breath, you may have some entertainers that are really not fit for a school compound, any at all, based on their lyrical content. So you can also imagine how principals are going to have to flag some of them, you know, put up the red flag, because that's a complete no-no, because it will go against what they are teaching or want the children to learn. So in the same breath, you want successful entertainers who are also going in with a message of consciousness, a message to uplift, a message to inspire.
Yeah, the youth, them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, can't just Kacique, man.
Well, you know, what we would love is that the artists who are successful, which is a lot of them, but the ones who are leading out with a positive message, is those are the folks I think we need to be doing the tours.
Yeah, man.
And your kids would love them, embrace them, not because just that they're popular, but because of the message that they're sending.
Yeah, consciousness, you can teach you them. You see what I say?
Exactly.
And you know what, too, we have to pinpoint. We also have some entertainers in the past who have done it. They have done like a lot of school tours. They have gone in to even do more than just tours. I can think of, for example, Sugar off the top of my head. She went into the schools with an initiative to help girls who were struggling with, you know, some sort of abuse. And that was a platform that she provided for them. And you have so many others, you know, top entertainers who have gone into the schools and lend their talent and their services to the school population. So we want to commend them. And then in the same breath, you also have people talk about success every day and you know, you want to implore our children and you want them to understand from an early age that, look, if you say you want to be a doctor, you want to be a teacher, you want to be an entertainer, you want to make it, you can do it irrespective of where you come from.
Right.
So having these celebrities in the space to show them that they can be, you know, that in itself will speak volume, and it is something that they will remember for many years to come. Who knows? Maybe it will force some entertainers who really don't feel like they have a social responsibility to tweak what they do.
Yes, Kacique, I can't just start, man, because you them need upliftment. That's what I say.
I totally agree with that. And I tell you something. My brother, we also play a part because we are the market, the people, the artists that are putting out their music. If we endorse them, they're successful. If we don't, then flop. We need to know what we want to hear. And right now, some of the things that what the market is eating up is not positive.
Not possible.
Not positive. It's not positive. And we need to change that narrative. We need to change that narrative where I see some music what's being put out right now that it's not benefiting the society, it is not helping anybody, but it popular same way, very powerful. Why is that? That says something about us, not true?
But you know, true, it does, and you actually said it just now, Bones. It is up to us to change that narrative. And when I say us, I don't mean you and me and Shaka, but the us as in the masses. Like all of us have a role and a responsibility. And I think until we change our mindset and come to the realization that we can bring about real change, we're just going to keep getting the same results because people say it, but they don't believe it. And it begins with the mindset. We have to tweak that.
That is so true. So true.
The youth them learn faster with music more than how them learn at school, you know.
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a very good point, Shaka Warrior.
I don't like to read, but if you give me it in a visual form, I absorb everything right away.
And that is even our next conversation too. People have different learning styles, and once you figure that out, then you'll better able to teach the children. But that is something to itself. We're still learning the same old way with a classroom and the chalkboard, and you know, like that is the setup for many moons, for many generations. How many people are able to accept that way of learning? Other people, you know, learn by showing me, cut an orange in half. And then that is a lesson of talking about whole and half and that kind of thing. So, you know, you have to figure out children's learning styles as well.
So, Kacique,
Shaka Warrior, big up yourself.
I love to bless up Teflon, because Teflon have a positive message. That's what I say.
Yeah,
don't
man. Him go on through. Go through. Big him up.
Yeah, man, and bless up the Empress Janet. That's what I say.
Big up Janet.
Shamaya, the whole Philadelphia. That's what I say.
Yeah, man.
All right, big up yourself.
Bless up the whole Irish. That's what I say.
Whoa! Big up the friend.
Yeah, man. Whoa!
Big up
Big
every
up
time.
Shaka Warrior.
Shaka Warrior.
Please let me burn it, you know?
Burn it, and earn it.
Mark Bell on Facebook says, we need positive, too much garbage being promoted promote violence in their lyrics, and we need to fix that.
And you know, one of the things that I like, Kishima, is that I think we are getting also a resurgence of the 80s and the 90s coming back. I don't know if they're doing it specifically to just battle some of these new songs in terms of the lyrics and the content, but we realize that there seems to be a resurgence of the old. We're looking at a lot of events that are being held and that are very successful. No music now play. It's older music. And a lot of the older music are now being redone, but with the same message and the same vibe. And I don't know if that's intentional, but to me, it is working, and we need more of it, because some of the songs that are being promoted now as the new talent, and we're not knocking the talent because they're talented. It's just
and you can see that they're talented.
Very talented. Brilliant.
What they're putting out and calling music. And just to strengthen a point that you made, like, we have done quite a number of big ups, and we see the parties best of the 90s, best of the 80s and 70s, because people want to go out and they want that opportunity to dance.
That is true.
And feel good. And with some songs, you can't dance, nor can you feel good. You can't get that feeling.
You're right. And that is something that needs to be taken into consideration. The new talents out there, brilliant. The talent, the lyrical flow. My problem is the messaging. The messaging is just not good.
It needs tweaking, and that's the reality.
Not even tweaking, it needs to change. Right. True. A lot of it is promoting violence, derogatory lyrics to women. It's promoting guns. It's promoting, just violent acts. It has to stop at some point, to me. That's just my personal thing.
And we have some 2 minutes remaining. So, big up, of course, to Shaka Warrior for coming through and sharing. And big up to Teflon and our music artist, Cacique.
Yeah, big up Cacique. Great youth. We're looking forward to big things from you. I want to say a very special thanks to everyone who made the EBUZZ possible tonight. We want to say a special thanks to our production assistants, Shamara. We also want to say thanks to Vivine and Jody Ann, our technical operators, DJ Lollipop, studio engineer, DJ Kemar, and of course, our telephone operator, Jody K. You want to do the Peter Broadbent in the right style, or should I?
Big up to Peter Broadbent for keeping us connected.
Yes. Sir Broadbent. Right. Lovely.
Every time you a link with a condom, coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Do it for your best life.
The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is...
We're kind of early still, it's actually 9:59. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Mutabaruka is up next with the Cutting.